Hello and welcome to the Simplify Your Research video series. My name is Soke Higgins. I am the liaison librarian to anthropology, humanities, and philosophy. In this video, which is not a traditional tutorial, but more sort of a discussion, I would like to share with you some insights about how you can use Wikipedia to get your research started. Before I get more into it, just a few disclaimers. This is truly a video that talks about the use of Wikipedia as an information gathering tool, as maybe your first point in your research. You might have interest in a topic, you might have been assigned a topic, and you don't really know how to narrow it down what it is all about. So this is where I've seen a lot of success, not only in my own research, but also with students I've recommended to. And over the years that I've done that, even a lot of faculty have warmed up to the idea. But it always comes with the disclaimer that you cannot use Wikipedia actually in your research paper, for example. You cannot copy, paste, or cite directly the text from Wikipedia. What you can do, however, is gather information. You can use the sources cited in Wikipedia. You can even evaluate the sources that have been cited in Wikipedia. And that's what I want to just talk to you about a little bit. So most of you have seen the homepage of Wikipedia and know that it is available in many, many different languages. That is a great thing to do too. If English, like for myself, is not your first language, you might check out an article on a topic in your native language. What very few people actually know is that there is a second iteration of Wikipedia, and that is the simple English Wikipedia, which means that the articles essentially are the same. They are just written in a simpler form of English. That also may help you to read the materials in the English language, as you will likely write your paper in the English language, but to comprehend it much more easily, let it sink in. So these are two things I recommend right up front. Pick your version of Wikipedia in English, or start with reading on a topic in your native language. So what can Wikipedia actually do for you? The way I always explain it is that the biggest advantage is that it can let you know whether you actually like the topic you thought about or picked about, or whether that is something you, as you just read more information, discover is actually not what you thought it is. It can also help you to quickly find some times, dates, major keywords, terms that you would otherwise not come across or might be confused in if you for the first time see them in a peer-reviewed research article and do not really see the context of it. So what I always recommend is that you simply start at the beginning. For example, my topic is climate change. Well, it's far too big of a topic for anyone, even the best researcher, to write about. This is a perfect way to look and make use of Wikipedia and see, okay, here I can see what it is all about. I'm getting a lot of information, a lot of links already. I get content, I get terminology, which is really, really important. It can give you keywords for your later searches for peer-reviewed articles or books when you actually work on your paper or project. You can look through this on your own: policies and politics, scientific consensus, discovery, and so forth. You don't need to read every single word. That's another thing I always say. Don't read every single word, especially with such an extensive article, but look over what appeals to you. You might already at this point get some more ideas how to narrow down your topic, what it is you really want to talk about. But what it can also do for you as you read along is give you ideas of papers or books to look for. If you take a closer look here, for example, you read about the sentence and then you come across this superscript. This is fairly new in Wikipedia. They're becoming increasingly strict about articles being cited and also increasingly strict about these articles being in-depth research, peer-reviewed research. Not that I'm saying it is a guarantee. Remember, everything needs to be checked, but it gives you insights into what you may use. So you can, for example, see here where this is coming from. If you were to click, it gets you to the full citation. These are linked now. So me scrolling back up will get us to this section, and you see how long I've been scrolling, and it even says in here other peer-reviewed sources, special reports. So what I'm essentially saying, it gives you a lot of references, gives you a lot of sources to work with. Wikipedia can also be great if you have been asked, for example, to look for a person that may be an artist or an author. For example, here, Simone Weil, she was a French author. Give you immediately some biographical information. The same again, biography, but also that person's philosophy, for example, its works. It can also have surprising aspects that you didn't know about this person. For example, you were taught Simone Weil was a famous author, but then you discovered just by looking at a Wikipedia article that she was a huge political activist. That is, for example, an angle you could take when speaking about someone, something that is not always talked about or has already been talked about a lot. Wikipedia here too can help you discover what that person did, wrote, painted, discovered, made. But especially for artists and authors, the external link section can be a huge discovery. Like something here, the American Way Society, that there are open source works, that there is even a documentary about a person. We increasingly see this happening. So these are all things that can help you as you think about your topic, narrowing down your topic, finding your topic, discovering aspects that you didn't think about or are less discussed. Before I close on this video, one thing that is important, I want to reiterate this here again. Please do not copy, paste, cite the actual article. By this, I mean the text that is written right in here. If you would like to use sources, for example, as you can see here, in the references, an easy way to find out whether they are peer-reviewed or not is to go to the SGSU King Library's homepage. From there to see databases, look for a database named Ulrich's Periodicals Directory. I have a video on this in the same series, and you can, by watching, find out what this database can do for you in terms of ensuring that an article, no matter where you found it, even on Wikipedia, is peer-reviewed or not. So I hope this little discussion helped you to understand how you can actually use Wikipedia. If you do it sensibly, if you take some notes, if you don't copy paste, to get your research started, to give you ideas on your topic, to give you keywords for research, and to maybe discover things that you had never even before heard of or thought about. So thanks so much for sticking with me all the way to the end. Thanks for watching. Bye.